What's up, guys? So I have a quick video for you. We picked up a new car. Well, it's not new, it's new to us. It's a Toyota 4Runner, and I wanted to show you guys because I have a quick little project I have to do with it. There's a few lights here and the light bulbs that are out, nothing major. So I was just doing some work, but I wanted to show you. So if we look around the back, you have the third brake. What I'm going to do today is specific to the third brake light that is built into the spoiler. If you have the version of the 4Runner that doesn't have the spoiler, it's actually just the light bulb. That's super easy. It's like a $6 bulb according to AutoZone. It's not too much to change. But with this, you actually are supposed to replace this entire assembly because it's just the LED assembly. I've already taken it apart once to look at it before I ordered the stuff I needed for this project. And it's all enclosed, so you're not supposed to be able to change anything on it. Looking online, if I just get it, the factory replacement part, it's like $200 for this little thing here. If I looked around a little bit, and they do have some other ones I can get down as low as $130, $140. Still, for just that, I think it's ridiculous. So, what I have in mind, and I don't know if this is going to work yet, so we'll see. I want to try opening it up and see if I can get it open and gut all the original stuff, and then see if I can replace it with just a little LED light strip. So I picked up a higher quality, just white light strip, see if there's a way I can get that to fit in there. Worst case scenario, this doesn't work and I just get the assembly and just bite the bullet and do it. But I would like to try the cheap route first, see if it works. So let's dig into this and see if we can get this fixed at a really good price. So on the underside of the door, there's a cover here, and then there is a cover right there. So all you have to do is you just pop those off. There's a bolt underneath, and take those out, and the spoiler will drop down off of the clips that it has on the outer part of the car. Once you get it dropped down, just unplug it and it comes right off. So it's pretty simple. Okay, so I have the spoiler off. So if you look and see down at this end, this is on the driver's side when it's on the car. So there's a little plug there. You got to make sure that you push the little lever down in there so that the plug will release, because the plug doesn't have a whole lot of room. So you got to kind of reach in there and do it from behind. So I've already undone the screw here. This was attached right there just to kind of keep the plug solid. That's another reason you can't really move it too far. And I want to undo this because, like I said, I've been into this before, so I kind of know what it looks like already. There's just two screws on the back side of the spoiler. Just kind of hold the frame of the assembly. You have that, bring it over like this. You want to be careful. You can do it with a screwdriver here, but you want to pry super careful, especially in the case like what I'm doing where I'm trying to save it. I definitely don't want to break it. If you can't pry it up, another thing that you can do is you can actually come from right here and just push on the where the screws went in here, just inside the hole there. And that will release it too. And then you're not putting any actual pressure on the plastic. Because there are some clips at the top here. I'll show you here when we get this out. Sounds worse than it is. can see it has this little framework that the screws come into from the back side. And I want to get the attachment down here, and then you can slip it and slip out. So on the spoiler, see these little here, these tend to hold catch on it, and then they hook on the little ledge. If you can see that here, there's a little ledge right there. They kind of catch there. So if you can get a screwdriver there, it kind of releases that. And then you just have to undo the 2 nuts here. It removes that. So what my plan is here is it's glued all across here, all the way around. So my thought is if I can take a Dremel and just kind of cut out all along this edge here, maybe I can get this apart and gut whatever's in there for the lighting, and then we'll glue it back together. So I bought a couple things to try gluing it with. I have JB Weld already, and then I have some epoxy, and then I picked up this Gorilla Clear Grip, so I want to try this out. It says it should work on a bunch of stuff, and it's a heavy duty grip. So we'll see what that does. And then I have my LED light strips here. They have a little extra wire. And my hope is that I can just clip off the wire, solder it right in so that it works with the plug already, and we don't have to do anything special there. And yeah, hopefully that'll work. Okay, so I have the brake pedal pushed down. So I'm gonna check to see if I get any kind of reading on the 2 little prongs in here now that the spoiler is off. So let's see what we get. Okay, I'm getting 11.8 volts, so that's good. So that means that it's working. Okay, so one other thing that you want to make sure, I have the brakes pressed again, so I have the lights on. You need to figure out which of the wires in this is positive, which one's negative. So I have, it's a white with black and a green with yellow. So if you want to test it, like what I did, I just took the multimeter to it, touch one of the wires to the ground, just somewhere on the car, and then touch the other 2 of these prongs and see which one of these will give you the 12 volt reading. In this case, it's the green and the yellow, so that is the positive wire. And on this, you can't really see it, it's really fine, but one of these wires has a gray stripe on it, and according to the seller, that is the positive. So that means that if I touch these to this, the LED light strip should come on. Which one? So like this direction. And it does. Perfect. Okay. So now that we know everything's working, we can go ahead and cut this open and try to get this fit in there and see if this works. Okay, so I think this is actually not going to be too bad. I'll clean all this back up again when I go to glue it all back together. I can just have the LED strip just sitting right in there. This is about 13 inches long, and these are 12-inch strips. Got them on Amazon, and I can put a link in the description down below if you want to try those out. There's just, I don't know if you can really see, but there's some little screws in here, so just get those removed. And just take this whole panel out and glue the new LED strip in its place. I don't know, honestly, if it's going to have the same longevity that the original equipment had. It may not. But I figure, you know, for 16 bucks, I get 4 of these LED strips. I'm going to make this glued back together in a way that'll hopefully be easier to get apart next time than the way this was. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. I may have to cut it open next time I want to do this, or I may not be able to do it again. We'll see. But anyway, I have 4 of those, so I could do this technically 4 different times for 16 bucks as opposed to almost $200 to do it once. So, anyway, I think this will be worth it. We'll see how it lights up after we get all this put back together again. So what I did when I glued this together is I used this clear grip in a few of the points around here, because if I ever have to take it apart again, I want it to be somewhat easy. But when I cut it, of course, I needed to fill in those gaps. So I put caulking to make it waterproof, or water resistant at least. So we tried to keep as much moisture out of it as possible. But it's also very easy to take off if I need to. And I just have that clear grip in a few places just to actually hold the thing together. So that's pretty much it for this. It's all set now, and we can put the frame back on and get it put back in. I didn't show this taking apart. There's not really much to show though, you know, it's just the one nut in there, which is the reason I kept this whole assembly together to begin with, is because I needed to be able to have this frame put back on there. And then just had this little bit of foam pad that kind of went across there to help seal that opening. So, and you can see there now that is all sealed there. So I finally got it. What I just had to kind of do is, from underneath here, the little metal bracket was kind of getting stuck. So I just took a screwdriver and I kind of went like that and I pried it and it straightened out, and then it was able to clip down. So it's all the way in there now. Okay, so to reattach it to the car, I usually just set it up like this. Try not to scratch anything too bad. Reach up in there, get the clip on. Clips down pretty easy, and then it's just a matter of getting the little there's little brackets, so you gotta go up on the one here because it has a hook. So you push it up on, get it in there, and then it kind of sets back down again. And this one just has the one clip that just pushes up, and it locks in like that. And then all you have to do is just from underneath, put the bolts back in, and it's all reattached. Okay, so that's it for this video. This seems to be working pretty good, so I'm pretty excited about that. Really, the real test is just going to be time. We'll see how long it'll hold up. I made everything as watertight as I could, and the LED strip itself is supposed to be somewhat water resistant. So I hope that holds out. That should be the biggest issue, minus just the use. LED bulbs tend to last for a pretty long time, and I tried to go for a slightly higher quality than just a really cheap pack. I'll put a link in the description for the ones that I used. It was about 16 bucks for 4 of them, so I do have a few extras if something does go wrong with this. I can just, remove that caulking and cut around where I use the quick grip glue, and I can put down some more LED strips if I need to. The brightness seems to be pretty good, and it's coming on like it should with the brakes, so I have high hopes for it, so we'll see how it does. So anyway, thank you for watching. Leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time.